Cary, North Carolina versus Raleigh, North Carolina, from a real estate broker's perspective that moved to Cary in 2011 and has lived in many states in Europe and all over the place. Why do I live in Cary versus Raleigh, and why do some people say they would never move to Cary and they seem to be super bored here and love Raleigh, love living closer to Raleigh, or maybe in North Hills or in Mordecai or anywhere that feels a little bit more like a city versus the suburban Cary feel. Now, there's definitely a lot to talk about. There are things that you just cannot ChatGPT or Google nowadays, right? It's gonna spill out the cost of electricity, the cost of transportation, the cost of groceries, the taxes, and all of that. And I think overall, all of those are just very similar, right? Cary is like almost similar when it comes to property taxes, when it comes to electricity, gas. Very similar, 1% or so, just to round up on property taxes. So you're not gonna find major differences between Cary and Raleigh when it comes to the numbers. Where you will find a big difference is the median price point on homes. So Cary being smaller, especially West Cary, you will find a home at $650,000, $700,000, which is what we're seeing now for the median price point, versus Raleigh, where you're going to find homes in that $450,000, $500,000. So we're looking at older homes. Just remember, $600,000 in Cary is going to get you a townhome that is a new townhome. It's not going to get you a brand new home. Same with Raleigh, especially the expensive sides of Raleigh, North Raleigh, right, inside the Beltline. The point is that people that have lived here for many years, like we have, we see differences between Cary and Raleigh when it comes to the way we maybe we commute, the parks, the diversity in some restaurants, for example. Cary has H Mart, which is the biggest Asian store, for example. Just giving random examples that I know a lot of people that come to Cary absolutely love. They don't like the fact that they don't have a mall like the Crabtree Mall or the South Point Mall that Durham has, but they like the fact that they have the greenways. A lot of people that even in Holly Springs say, we would love to be able to hop on the greenway just down the street and just bike for miles and miles and miles. So there's something that people that live in Cary would just not give, no matter how many clubs they have or they would be able to go to, or of course, generations versus generations, right? If you're in your 40s versus early 30s, it's gonna make a difference. You don't have kids, you don't care about being in a suburban area, but there's so much that changed after COVID, and a lot of people that are younger as well, even though they feel like they're kind of bored here, if they want to start a family, they're definitely coming to Cary. So these are insights that I think are very important. Again, diversity in restaurants, in grocery stores, in cafes, diversity when it comes to like the parks, the schools, right? Great school system. They're both Wake County, but Cary is very well known for amazing Montessori schools, magnet schools, private, public schools. So families or people that are younger that want to come to Cary tend to want to move to Cary if they are planning to have a family. So these things matter because also, from a job perspective, if you are planning on having a family, you want to be as close as possible to your spouse, you want to be as close as possible to your parents, to your kids. You don't want to live very far and have to deal with traffic, because yes, Cary, Raleigh, they are booming and still growing like crazy. There's more and more opportunities here, and yes, traffic is less, chill than how it was when I came here in 2011, where I was like, oh my goodness, compared to Los Angeles, you couldn't even come close. Same with Texas. Even now, whenever I go for a work conference or whatever, I still feel like I sit in traffic for so long. I'm so not used to it. But still, compared to where Raleigh and Cary were years ago, there's a significant difference. So people that are local feel that. people that are local are often saying, you guys stay away. Stop coming in Cary. Stop coming to Raleigh. Just let us be, because there's a lot of, it's an influx of people from everywhere, from Europe, from Asia. There's a lot of people that are coming here. And again, they're coming from the schools, they're coming for the tech, job opportunities, universities, investors are coming here. There's a lot of people from Asia that are bringing a lot of cash into this market. So when we see this, right, as locals now, because we've been here for so long, we see where the real estate prices are going. We see how some people tend to move to Raleigh, but then they come to Cary if they want to have a family, or you know, this life situation changes, and we see how the pricing is going up and up and up and up, and how a lot of the people that come here say, well, we'll buy a new house at $650. It's not really the case, especially for Cary. I'm not even talking about North Raleigh, or this is like millions of dollars. And all these builders are going into the neighborhoods and they are revamping them. Like they're tearing apart the homes that are already built, and they're just building $1 million mansions. So keep all these things in mind, and also the fact that they're very close together. So you can, I am in West Cary and I can be in downtown Raleigh within 20 minutes. So they're very close together. Apex, I'm like 5 minutes from downtown Apex, and I am in the 27519 zip code. 12 minutes or so to downtown Cary. Maybe 20 minutes or so I take 540 to downtown Holly Springs. So everything is compact, close together. There are no major differences besides medium price points, housing, how old the homes are, and so on and so forth. So let me know if you have any specific questions on living in Cary versus living in Raleigh. There's so much more that I can tell you, but for now, this is just scratching the surface in case you are considering relocating to the area. Thank you for being here, and with any real estate questions, hit me up. Take care.